Hello and welcome to Jackson, Gabe, and Brennan's epic high school presentation where we'll discuss what major events happened to the three of us throughout our formative high school years. Throughout this video, you'll view personal photos, personal videos, and even personal interviews with special teachers that have influenced us in one way or another. So sit back, relax, have a cup of cheer, have a couple laughs, and even maybe shed a couple of tears. All this and more on our epic high school presentation. Take it away, Jackson.
I would say the part of my freshman year that I look back on the most and that had the biggest impact on me was that I picked band. Never did I thought that it would become something that would be so big in my life. During freshman year, I went to London, which was the best week of my life. Marched in the London New Year's Day parade and played in these famed orchestral halls that really played a big part in my life. The biggest thing that I look back upon when I think of sophomore year was my concussion. My concussion started off pretty hard because couldn't use my phone, couldn't use my internet, and it was hard to see, so I couldn't use my eyes very much.
Jackson during his sophomore year was definitely concussed for a lot of the year. He was a fun kid to hang around with and made class fun because he was concussed.
I struggled in school a lot, but over time I got used to it, I got better, and I feel like it really shaped kind of who I am today.
And now a special message from Dominic Rutan.
Hey guys, this is DT Roos checking in, talking about my boy Jackson over here. What a swell fella. Had him in world history too, had him in econ. Just a reliable guy that's good for a nice solid joke or two. Kind of gets on your skin a little. You go home and you cry, and then you come in the next day feeling just ready to go in life.
I would say the most influential thing about junior year, and the biggest thing that I remember, was that I hung out a lot more with my friends and actually got to know them better. I first started off by playing tuba with my friends in marching band, which was something totally different and something that I never thought I would ever do. I feel like the biggest thing that has happened to me for senior year was that I now know that I am officially going to go to college. It's a little scary and don't know if I'm ready for it, but I can't wait for this new adventure and can't wait to see what's in store for the rest of my life.
For Jackson Kramer, as he is completing his fourth year of high school, all 4 years he has just shown tremendous improvement, not only as a musician, but in his leadership skills. He's always been helpful. He's always been one of those folks who you could count on and depend to know what was right and to do what was right. But it's been great to watch him then, as he's gotten older, instill those concepts into other folks. So that is my progress update for Jackson Kramer.
Thank you, Jackson. Very cool. Hey guys, it's me, Gabe again, and now I'd like to talk about what I experienced throughout my 4 years of high school. So, my freshman year was an interesting time because it was my introduction to public school, having come from a private school prior. I was so innocent and naive and now feel like a completely different person, but I can't complain because I met some of my favorite people and friends. Trying to cement myself in a new public school, I participated in stage crew for theater, guitar class, and jazz lab. Although I never stuck with those throughout the rest of high school, my freshman year helped me become a better leader and reconnect with my love of video editing. Sophomore year was the year I better grew into myself. I placed myself in my first AP classes, which were AP Music Theory and AP World. These were taxing classes, but were the classes where I gained my studying tactics that I still use today.
Okay, so Gabe is a great kid. He's an awesome student. He may not have always understood the things that were going on in class, but he was always very honest about it. And he always worked hard to try to get the right information that he needed so that he could be effective, so that he could learn what he needed to learn. Not sure he always did, but you could always tell that his heart was in it, and that always made me as a teacher feel pretty privileged and proud.
I also challenged myself by playing a battle of the bands with 3 original songs I wrote by myself, and also by joining the debate club. An important milestone during my sophomore year was the start of my weight loss and a healthier lifestyle. Like many others, every day of my junior year somehow felt like a chore to get through. Go to school, go to work, go home and exercise, do homework, sleep, then wake up to finish the work I was unable to do the night before. This, of course, came along with the usual stresses that came along with being a high schooler. I would continue with debate for one debate tournament, but things ultimately fell through since I had started my job at Harris Teeter right at the end of sophomore year. Even though the whole year felt like a chore, this was another year I gained some of my best friends. A funny addition was that the fact that I became known for giving people gum and study guides.
Tuve el placer de enseñarle a Gabe por 2 años. En general es un estudiante excelente, siempre llegó a clase con una actitud muy positiva y participó en todas las clases con ideas muy creativas. Bueno, participó bien individualmente y con todos los otros compañeros también. Y bueno, en general es estudiante excelente y tengo muchas ganas de ver lo que hace en el futuro.
After a not-so-good summer, I went into my senior year hoping to mentally take a step back and fully rid myself of the stresses that I could actually avoid, which I was luckily able to do for the most part. With this in mind, my senior year felt less like a chore. Somehow and sadly, I managed not to have any classes with any of my good friends from previous years, so I improved my friendships with those I was fairly friends with. My senior year secured itself as an interesting time when I broke my arm, started and became the president of the Stonebridge Beatles Club, got a promotion at work, and found my love of adventure. Now finally, off to you, Brendan.
Brendan's extreme high school career.
My high school career was definitely an experience that helped positively shape me who I am today. Meeting new people and being exposed to new experiences made me develop as a person and mature towards the right direction. During freshman year, I received my first real workload in my life.
Alright, so what I observed from Brennan from freshman year was not really sure if he liked the transition to high school and if he really cared about school. There was an adjustment period there, but as he ended out the year with personal finance, he embraced school and was willing to put in the time and effort to reach his goals after his high school.
Middle school did not prepare me for high school, and especially for writing papers. I was required to write many essays and complete a lot of homework. This stress allowed me to experience my first real struggle in school and was important for me to develop. Sophomore year was an important year for me to meet new people. I stepped out of my boundaries and befriended people who I've never talked to before. Sophomore year was the year I met most of my current friends.
He was always very polite in class and respectful. And even though he didn't like chemistry and thought it was very difficult, I continued to try to encourage him to see if I could get him to a more comfortable spot where he was more confident about his math and his chemistry.
Junior year, I stopped carrying out considerably negative actions and began hanging out more often with my friends. I earned my driver's license, which expanded my responsibilities, and I cut off a lot of negative people who I realized were bringing me down. Senior year, I began a huge personal improvement process of eating healthy, working out, and completing my homework. I expanded my spiritual well-being, in turn reducing a lot of stress, and grew greatly as a person and lost a lot of self-apprehension.
Okay, hello, my name is Mrs. Williams. I am here to talk to you today about Brendan Lutz, who is to my left off camera. Hey, Brendan. I had him last year for Intro to Cybersecurity. I have him this year for Cybersecurity Marketing, also known as Cyber 2. He's a delightful young man. I've gotten to know him a lot better this year. Talking about colleges, he's going to be an amazing adult. The growth I've seen in just a year with Brendan has been outstanding, and I'm very excited to be his teacher and have him as a teacher.
Looking back, I would say I ended high school as a better person with a greater outlook on life.
That's probably not great. No.
Okay, so I'm here to talk about dual enrollment English with Brendan, Gabe, and Jackson. So this is block 2, and I think this is a wonderful block, and I've been enjoying having these fine fellows in my class.